Hello and welcome to the 8th Tappers Talk episode. Today we are back. Obviously Halloween has gone, Thanksgiving has came, and now the Thanksgiving update is slowly wrapping up. So today we're going to be kind of talking obviously about that update, which is the Atom Smasher. As long we'll talk about both the Thanksgiving and the Black Friday. And then we've got our question of the month, which we'll get into when we get to it. We've got our look to the show, where we're going to actually be looking at the short film, The Longest Daycare, instead of looking at an episode. A blast from the past, which is going to be all this jazz. And then finally our Q&A, where we're going to get back to those questions that we missed last episode. So it's just myself today, and of course, pLaYz and ElloArfur. Say your little hellos.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Awesome. So, before we do get fully into it, I just want to say, we'll obviously have the Simpsons Tapped Out Awards that all three of us are involved in. If you haven't voted already, I'm sure most of you already have voted, but if you haven't voted for any reason, there will be a link down below for the awards. Please do go and vote on all of this year's awards, and have your voice heard, I guess.
Yeah. So should we get into the update?
Yeah, let's get into the update.
So just first of all, I think you should take it like the Atom Smasher Premium and prize track separately from Black Friday.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's a good
Just
idea.
because, yeah, I feel like they feel slightly separate.
They are for the most part. I mean, I always like to separate them. I think it's nicer on the mini event then, for whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so should we start with Atom Smasher then? The Thanksgiving one?
Yeah.
Alright. So, what's everyone's overall thoughts on it?
Okay, I'll start, I guess. Honestly, I kind of like it. The
really?
characters I don't really like, but I think the buildings, for the most part, are really cool. And parts of the questline I do enjoy. I think the characters are probably bringing it down a little, as well as just that car in the middle of the prize track is kind of dumb. Like, I feel like that could have been bundled or something.
Yeah, I think bundling would have been a better option.
Yeah.
Although I am kind of glad they have added the car, because I sometimes feel like there's certain characters' cars that just never get added, when I'm like, you could have added that person's car, like, instead of this item, and that would have been cooler, because it relates to the character. So although it's not a very interesting car, I do kind of appreciate the fact that they have added it.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, and the buildings look actually pretty cool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Well, the two free buildings I really like. The Sports Awardee Centre, I think, I actually really like the shape of it, because I like buildings that have, you know, different shapes instead of just the rectangular or, you know, like a mansion. Like this one's kind of like a half, what do you call it? Like a half oval?
I guess.
Like a moon, I guess, like a crescent moon kind of shape.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah. And I just love the fact that it's got a different shape. It's just cool to me. And the Textile Football Academy, when I first looked at it, I thought this looks pretty generic to other buildings we get. But when I actually got it in the game, it pops. It's a building that really pops out. I really like the look of it.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if you like it, but I do kind of like the Adams football stadium.
Okay.
I think it looks nice.
We'll get on. Okay. What's your opinion on that, Arthur? Let's go.
Well, I mean, it's not good for me. I think it would be nice to actually, if it sort of extended and sort of showed inside the stadium. I don't know. I just wanted a bit more from it.
I don't think that's the issue. I don't think seeing inside of it is necessarily needed, because if you look at like pictures of it from the show, like the character, as the characters are walking up to it, they are like little ants in comparison to the building. So the building at the should be so much bigger. Like, look at the stadiums we have in the game, like Duff Stadium. Duff Stadium is like a similar size to this. I mean, this is where, like,
I didn't think about that.
Football games, this is where football games take place, and it looks like it's about the same size as, like, you know, somewhere like a mansion. Like, you know, it should be much bigger.
Yeah, it really should.
It's too small, especially when it's a premium building. it's a premium combo. So I think they should go all out of it. And as well, just a minor thing, I kind of wish that the little football statue that's outside of the building was like a separate decoration. I kind of don't like it when they add the like buildings, statues and things to the building. I think it's cooler to do your own thing with it.
Because then you can like maneuver it wherever you want.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, this is the place where obviously. Wait, no, is this the place? I don't think this is the place. Actually, no. Doesn't matter. I was missing. I was thinking it was the place where Homer ties himself up, but I think it's actually a different stadium.
I think that's the baseball stadium that we got in the No Bucks Given in like 2020. But again, that stadium is like a example of the size it probably should be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts on characters?
Yeah, pretty bad. I think like they're about on par. I think if I had to choose my favorite one, I'd probably say Grayson Mathers. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. They were just so forgettable, and I think that's good. I
don't know why. I feel like they're pretty forgettable, but I did like Caitlin's questline.
I think it was okay. I don't like. I said this in my review. I didn't think both their quest lines were like that bad. I think Caitlin's was probably much better, but
yeah.
I don't even remember Grayson's, to be honest. I did a video on it where I read the whole thing out, and I actually forget everything about it.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't even gone through like all of his yet, but I kind of just forgot. He doesn't like not a very big character, especially like the last season, the most recent one, season 33 actually was like. I thought it was a great season, but like this is like one of the worst episodes in it.
Yeah, I've heard this. I haven't watched every episode in season 33. I've seen a few, like like all the episode time ones I saw basically. But I watched. I haven't watched this one yet, but I've heard like everyone say that this is the worst one. And to be honest with you, I feel like season 33 has been like massively overhyped. I don't think it's that great. I'm kind of in the minority in this camp. I don't think it's that great. So if this episode is the worst, and people are saying that all these other episodes are amazing, which I think are pretty meh, this episode must be terrible to me anyway.
I think the thing with it is that the season definitely, like I've heard like the real gyms talk about this. It's definitely not like amazing. But it's probably like the best modern Simpsons, like throughout, like
maybe
good episodes.
But if that's your but then I just kind of I think it's wrong to say that that's the standard. It just kind of feels like it should be better. Like that Marge and Homer episode, sure the setting's really nice. It's like a really cool concept to set them in this secluded area. But I don't know. I just don't think what happens is that. Groundbreaking. It's such simple stuff, and maybe that's what The Simpsons needs. But I've much preferred like the recent episodes where they just go mental. Like there was that one episode which is all like anonymous, like hacking The Simpsons. I think that's way fun.
Oh, that was a really good episode.
Yeah, that's way fun. Anyway,
I forgot about that one. That was
great. Back to the episode. Tie-in, not the tie-in, the update. Yeah. So yeah, bad episode that they come from. Not a great pick for a tie-in.
Yeah.
And I think Thanksgiving does become like a tricky thing sometimes to find something for, but there are like so many episodes. There's still stuff from Thanksgiving, a horror. There's BoRt. So go.
The thing that you made an event idea on, I think that's like perfect.
BoRt versus Thanksgiving, and it's like an event. It's a Thanksgiving, like the OG Thanksgiving episode, and they've only really taken like the big turkey from the start of the episode from that episode and added it. There's still all these like really cool buildings, and I think that has like it's a nice message to it, like because they all end up feeding the homeless at the end. So I think doing some sort of like homeless themed event could be quite quite nice.
Yeah, I think it works better. At least with this update, I guess I can see theming, but it doesn't fit in great.
I mean, it's there, but I can appreciate the fact they've tried to tie it in at the very least. It's Thanksgiving, you're relaxing, you're watching football. There is a theme there, and I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I can't expect much more.
Thoughts about like Black Friday though?
Oh, hang on. Real quick, Did everyone like the choke cam?
Choke cam, yeah.
I actually really like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. That was a cool decoration. All right. Now Black Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Black Friday. I mean, it's always kind of like annoying, a cash grab.
Yeah.
But I think they just stoop kind of low, putting all the cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like it's just stuff that we've wanted for a while, and I think it's a bit like low to put it like behind a paywall.
I think the two ones that annoy me. Actually, do you know what? Everything in this annoys me. Right. I said this all in my Black Friday review, but I can reiterate. All right, I'm gonna go through them one by one. Jump in if you want to. So, actually, tell you what, let's just go through the prices one by one, and then we can all kind of discuss our things. I think that's a bit more constructive. So, to start off with, Marge's station wagon. Everyone's thoughts.
I mean, it's a car. I don't think they could have really done like they did. It's a car, but I think it's annoying behind a paywall again. That's kind of the thing with all of these. And I wish they like would have what I've kind of wanted is for them to like introduce like a feature where cars can actually drive on the road, or some sort of animation with Marge with this.
Yeah.
I think would have been the top tier of what we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arthur?
Yeah, I'd have to agree, and especially as they're putting it behind a paywall, so surely it should be there should be more to it. So perhaps, I was disappointed not to see an animation. I mean, obviously, I did doubt it, but it would have been nice to see, considering you're actually paying for it.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is one of the most, if not the second most prominent car in the show. It's Marge's car. It's in every intro, or pretty much every intro when they don't skip her little part. It's, I would argue, iconic to the show, and something that people have been wanting to add for a long time. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a little update earlier this year called Hell on Wheels, and it was a car update, and strangely enough, there was one car missing. Like, arguably, this should have been added during the Hell on Wheels event. I think it's kind of
that's true, yeah.
really, really awful that it wasn't, and then later in the year, they threw it behind a paywall for Black Friday. Like, why? It's so stupid. It'd be like the equivalent of, like, not adding Les in the Dog Days update, and then throwing him behind paywall in Black Friday. Like, and I feel like because it's just a car, people aren't that bothered about it. But I don't know. For me, it just really bothers me. I agree with your point as well. It needed an animation. I think it really should. It really warranted a 3-part quest line at least as well. It's just a 1-part quest line. I think they should have gone with a 3-part quest line. Have a little task for Marge where she has an animation driving around. Maybe Maggie's included too. You could have like little Maggie, honking her little toy horn in, to sort of picture, with the same little animation that's in the actual show. I just think massive wasted potential, and also it just annoys me because it's something that like I've heard people say that they should add this for a while, and it's I think what's his name, Grimmercan was talked about adding it. Grimmercan, when we had him on, he was talking about it too, that they should add it. Yeah. So not happy with that one.
Yeah, would just completely agree. I think Hell on Wheels would be the perfect time to add it, and I think it's just annoying that they're putting it behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. All right. Willie's Haggis booth. Anyone bothered about this?
To be honest, I don't really care. I don't remember it. It's a fine decoration. You can put it behind the paywall.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. So when I first saw it, I thought the same thing as BoRt. I don't care. It's not something I care about, so it's behind a paywall, whatever. But when I got it and started playing it, they do a quest line, and they mention Willie. I think Willie might show up once in the quest line, but not really heavily involved. No, actually, no, he doesn't even appear in the quest line. No, that was it. So Willie doesn't appear in the quest line, but he has a task that basically is something along the tune to, like, be ignored or something. And so they have the Haggis booth with no Willie, and then you think, oh well, maybe they'll at least have an animation for Willie in their thing, or at the very least a task. But no, Willie doesn't have anything to do with this booth, and it's his booth. It's so stupid.
I didn't notice that. I've gone through the quest.
Yeah, and so somehow they made something that I just don't care about, regardless. They made me angry about it. Like, I don't know how, but they somehow did it. I don't know. And then the Leftorium.
I didn't actually unlock that, but
Well, you love
I think
it.
that's. What did you say?
Sorry, I was listening. Arthur, what did you say? Sorry.
oh yeah, I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I thought you said you love it. I was whatever.
Oh.
I think this one is awful. It's a game. It's the number one building I've wanted in the game for a long time, and there was so much potential with this one. You could add it in. I think like a Ned Flanders event is definitely something that could work with like all his various different family members, and this could be like the building to get in that sort of update if they were to do that. But not even that. It's just like it's a building that really should come with Mod Flanders, like a human version, or just Stamp the Ticket Man. And aside from that, it just shouldn't be behind a paywall. It's such an iconic building to the show. This is like so vital to many plots of many episodes, and it's thrown behind a paywall with a one-part quest line that doesn't really include Ned that much, and yeah, it's just so uneventful for such it. Again, it'd be like adding something. I'm trying to think. Yeah, actually, it would be like adding the town hall, not adding the mayor with the town hall, and throwing the town hall behind a paywall. I generally think it's like the same to me.
Yeah, I completely agree with like everything you said. It's just, it's so petty to put it behind a paywall if it's like such like an iconic building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a building that everyone should be able to access.
Yeah, especially, and
Yeah.
I think it's important for Ned, who's a free character, so it should be free, or at least in the prize track of an event. So, Ned can have his like an animation there, or a task there, or something involved with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just it should have something with Ned, and it's a bit small also. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
I was expecting it to be a little bigger.
I don't know, I'm not too bothered about the actual building itself, it's more everything around it.
Yeah.
Although it kind of could have been, maybe it would have been cool if there is something about it though, I kind of wish they tweaked, like, maybe the colour or something. I get what you mean, but I don't know if it's the size.
Yeah. It something felt like slightly off with it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't like
Yeah. No,
remember quite.
I feel similar. And then finally, Donut Mech.
Cool design of the character. I like how he looks, but should have made 6 donuts at least instead of 3.
Yeah.
Arthur was saying 10 in my comment section.
It had to be 10. It has like a 10 on its arm. I mean,
Yeah,
God,
true.
it's so stupid. For the 10th anniversary, it'd just be like,
Well,
Oh,
at
that's
least
true.
6. But 3?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I feel like this would have been. I mean, I like the donut statue. Don't get me wrong, but this could have been like really, really cool to add for the 10th anniversary if they added like
I
an
think
exclusive
this would
donut
have been
mech.
the 10th anniversary thing.
And
that
do you know
I
what?
wanted.
They could have made it. You like regular super premium where it's like $8.99 or wherever is the sort of regular stack of donuts super
Yeah.
premium. Make him that. I actually think that's cool.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that. He's a tapped out exclusive. He's super premium, but he has a an extra thing. I think $40. Is it 40 or no? Is it $80?
It's 40. I think.
$40, yeah. $40 is so overpriced for such a insignificant character that doesn't really do much. I think the whole free donuts is not enough. Should have at least been 6. And
Yeah, especially because that's what they do. That's what they've done with the other super premium buildings.
yeah, true.
They made it 6 donuts
Yeah.
for 24 hours. You know, what I think would have been a good idea? Maybe make it like 1 donut for a 1-hour task, like 4 for like a 4-hour task, and so on.
That might have been too generous, but I see what you mean.
Thinking about that,
Yeah.
actually, yeah,
Because it'd be
that's
24
really
donuts for a day, yeah. Yeah, but they definitely could have made it better. This one actually somehow offends me the least, though. I don't know how. It's
I think
wild
it's just
to me.
because it's a tapped out original.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I think that's partly what the reason I'm not that mad about it.
and
But
I think the design is actually kind of cool.
yeah, no, it does. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it is interesting. Like tapped out exclusives are sometimes like the most interesting things to me because it's like where the tapped out crew sort of have to create something that could live in the world of The Simpsons. Like one I really liked is Big Claw, obviously tapped out exclusive.
Oh yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
really cool, and it was a really cool little storyline to tie in this deformed turkey. And so Thanksgiving tends to be the place to add Thanksgiving / Black Friday tends to be the place for tapped out exclusives. He looks cool. I'll admit that. I do like his animations as well. They're all right.
Yeah, there are
Yeah, to
some
be fair.
nice animations. Although one because I've only seen the donut one because I've just been like keeping him on that one
All right.
the whole time.
Fair enough. Shall we talk mystery boxes briefly?
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean they didn't really change it up.
No, I think
No.
that's my biggest problem really. I think it's hard to give Black Friday a thumbs up for their mystery boxes when they are basically just the same mystery boxes from last year with like a few premium things added in from that current year.
Yeah, they added a few in the golden mystery box. Although I wish they would have added a little more in the
other ones
because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did that. They added extra from that
Yeah.
they didn't add in the gold mystery box. They added the other ones to the others in like 2021. I do wish they had done that because there were definitely some of the premiums that they didn't put in the boxes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it could be like really, really cool if like one year they switch it up. So instead of having like the foreign imports mystery box, I said this in my video, but like instead of like the foreign imports mystery box, have the like an aliens mystery box instead. And so like you have instead of getting like a bunch of non-American stuff, this year you get a bunch of alien stuff. Things out of this world mystery box. And
I mean, like, what would it pain them so much to just like add a few extra, like one extra mystery box or two?
yeah, or something like that. But I mean, I can understand but I think it could be cooler to rotate the items that we get each year. Start off, don't have anything that's in the yearbook. Anything that's in the yearbook's not allowed in the mystery boxes for a starter.
No.
That's the thing that makes me the most annoyed.
Yeah. And then each year, switch up every mystery box. So with the women's mystery box, we're going to take out a few characters, add a few in. The men's mystery box, take out a few characters, add some in. And then there like some mystery boxes just get rid of for 1 year and then have like a new one instead. And then next year they can come back. I think that way it just switches it up, it keeps it fresh. Players who have everything in the mystery box but don't have everything in the game, 1 year they might actually have like a fair few items that they can, gain.
Yeah, I think that's like a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, shall we finally move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
To our question of the month.
Yeah, okay. So this one was from Arthur.
Yeah.
So I'll let you carry on.
Yeah. So the question is, are the Black Friday updates good or bad?
I think this is a good springboard
question,
from what we've just come from. Because I think they are. I think the mystery boxes are really Black Friday's strength.
Yeah, and I think that it's just what companies do, and they're gonna like give us something that we buy. And honestly, I don't mind it too much because if I am gonna spend money on the game, I think this is like the time to do it because at least it's like nice. You get something worth it, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is the best time like in the year to spend money, and I always think that it sounds like a lot of money to people sort of making a one-time purchase. I mean, realistically, it might take more than one purchase, but if you made a big purchase on Black Friday, then you might actually be sorted to sort of farm donuts and that kind of sort of allows me to sort of justify what they do with the tokens, not the prizes.
The prizes,
say the leftorium behind
tokens work.
Paywall. Yeah, tokens. Yeah, exactly. If it gives those sort of players a sort of leg up and allow them to not, spend money any other time of the year on the donuts, which is just a rip off really on their own. So I do like it because it gives people an opportunity, really.
Yeah, I think they are pretty cool, but I think I don't remember exactly, but like back in the day, Black Friday actually used to be a lot different because it would be like normally a Gil's deal, where Gil would be like, okay, so you can have Otto's school bus. Was it? I'm trying to remember exactly. But essentially, it was something that's already premium in the game that would be at a reduced price, basically. So
like every hour or so, it would cycle out different things.
Yeah, and Black Friday was actually deals because that's what Black Friday is. Things are cheap.
Yeah.
Cheaper, and I feel like Black Friday in Tapped Out is everything's more expensive. Right? It's like the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, they have the most expensive super premium things. The mystery boxes, you can't, for the gold mystery box anyway, you can't buy the tokens. You have to acquire them with real life money. And the other mystery boxes, I mean, some of them, how cheap are they again? They're 75 donuts, aren't they?
I think, the most expensive is, 90. It doesn't go above 90, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are 60, 50. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, 15 for the creatures mystery box.
I think the cheapest is creatures.
Yeah, I mean,
and then 20.
Yeah, they're cool. That's cool. But if there was a way to earn tokens as well, that could be nice. If it was,
would be
just maybe not the golden ones. If you want to keep the golden ones behind a paywall, fair dues. But with the other ones, right? And maybe for some mystery boxes, let's say, what's the most expensive one? The building mystery box for 80 donuts. Maybe that's the men's mystery box. Let's take the building mystery box. So the building mystery box, you could make that, take 4 tokens or something. Whereas the creatures one only takes 1, and then you could send your characters to do tasks and earn tokens. And
that's probably something that I think any player would really like, and I think that's probably the best option that they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can also buy the tokens with donuts.
True.
Yeah, it's like the Christmas update with the tickets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if even just in daily challenges, maybe they could you could just get a token or something.
Yeah, and that way it keeps people interested as well, because if you just buy everything, you're done. That's Black Friday over. And I know that there's also a Thanksgiving update running past, but that's cool. Utilize the other characters as well. This is a big thing. Obviously, every event is Homer, Lisa, Skinner, standard characters. Utilize other characters. So instead of sending those guys, it could be send so many Springfielders. So you can actually use your other, town characters you have to sort of send them on tasks and stuff to earn them.
Yeah.
And so in terms of, do I think Black Friday is good? I think there's good elements to it. The mystery boxes, even if they don't switch it up on their own, are pretty neat and pretty cool. And there's a lot of nice stuff to get there at a relatively cheap price with, it's a low risk, because you're always, in some of those mystery boxes, you're always getting something neat. Obviously, you might not get the best thing, but you're always getting something pretty cool. Even if it is a slightly crappy character, but an okay building, it's still a good price for that amount of donuts. So there's definitely a good element, but I think the super premium for me has worn me down. I still hate the super premium thing of Black Friday, but I'm starting to kind of come around a little bit to it and care less about it. But I still don't like it, and so there's a really, really bad. I think that's the most toxic part of Tapped Out, the super premium, overpriced schlop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part of Tapped Out is And what I think sort of makes Tapped Out stand out from other sort of microtransaction, freemium mobile games, is that it does have like ways to earn donuts, grinding, XP grinding, daily tasks, whatever it may be. Actually,
for example, like in Worlds of Tomorrow, I think the Futurama game, there was no way to get anything.
Yeah, without paying. Yeah, or hacking. Whereas like Tapped Out has that option where you can grind donuts out, and then with Black Friday it has cheap donuts, cheap boxes, like I said, with good rewards, which I think is a great element. That's what makes Tapped Out shine, in my opinion, in this kind of really seedy and horrible microtransaction sort of freemium game landscape we're on. Tapped Out stands out there, I think, and actually does something quite kind and nice. But like I said, the super premium aspect I just think is extortionate. Like absolutely extortionate. It is like a yin and yang, when you ask me if it's bad or good, I think it's like both. It's hard to, but if I had to say one or the other, I think I probably would lean on bad, because all the new content is behind a paywall.
Yeah,
I
can understand that.
What about you two?
I think the mystery boxes are probably the best part, and I think they really work, especially because if you're a new player, you can get a lot of the good stuff for cheap, like a lot of cool things. Most of the costumes in the game and a lot of the NPCs and characters you can get for like maybe 10 donuts, less than even like the yearbook mystery box. And as well, like I just think the mystery boxes really work for everything, and it's just a good experience for new players, and old players can get some stuff that they don't normally, like, that doesn't normally return in the game. And I think locking like the new stuff behind a paywall is annoying, but it's like a mobile game, I think. We get some good stuff, we get some bad stuff, but I think it's a nice thing for new players, and it's annoying for the paywall.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm fine with the paywall. It's just when you have something that's like $40, that's what annoys me. I think that's ridiculously overpriced for something that does not exist. Like, it's not physical. It's a fictional thing within a game.
People paying like $2 billion for an NFT is kind of the same thing, though.
Well, no, I think even a better comparison is like, like Call of Duty, like skins for guns. That's a much better comparison. Like, CS:GO. I opened a mystery box on CS:GO, and I unlocked a knife that was worth £150, and I sold that straight away. I went, what idiot's paying that amount of money for this? It's so stupid. I don't understand. But people do it, and it's crazy. It's weird. Tapped Out's, I suppose capitalizing on that. Yeah, so Tapped Out's just sort of capitalizing on that market, which is understandable, and I think it's fine. But like I said, just reduce the price a little bit, make it a bit better of a deal. Like $1.99 for a decoration, no more, and it better be a cool decoration. And a character, I think I could excuse up to like the $16.99 one for a character building combo. I can excuse that.
$20 is probably
$20. Yeah, no more than that. Yeah. $20 is the maximum, and that character better have a damn cool thing. Like if the donut mech was $20, I think I would be okay with it. Only generating free donuts.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. Did you give an answer for if it's good or bad definitively, BoRt?
I'll say good.
Good.
I think we got some good stuff.
And then Arthur?
Or I'd have to say slightly more good. Yeah.
Slightly more good. Okay. Right, two goods and a bad. All right. Shall we move on to our look to the show?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I picked this episode out. I wanted to just keep it brief because this section always tends to be the longest, so I figured we try and make this one shorter. Actually, I think the current update's longer. But anyway, we're going to be talking about The Longest Daycare, which is the Maggie short film that they released 2000 and... Oh, God, I don't remember.
He's 16 maybe?
16?
18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, I reckon around. Yeah.
Because I know that 2019 was it 20? I think it's either 2019 was the other one, the Playdate with Destiny.
It was still owned by 20th Century Fox when it was made, so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's just a cool little short film that obviously. This one didn't release in cinemas. This one released on. Where did this release?
No, I think this was like before a movie or something, right? It was like a short
No,
film.
that was Playdate with Destiny because that played before Onward. But
I know. I feel like this one was too.
oh, was it? I know it was played at like short film festivals anyway. I know that, and that's like, and then I think it might have been released on like the Blu-ray or something as well.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter too much. What did everyone think of it? It's very short, very sweet.
I really liked it actually. I think it was probably like one of the. Oh, it's 2012. I just looked it up. Okay.
Oh wow, it's quite time ago.
Oh no, it must be because then 2013 they referenced it in Tapped Out with the whole Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It came before like an Ice Age movie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fair juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, I was saying I think it's probably one of the good shorts. It must have been like nominated. I'm not quite sure. It's either nominated or won like a Golden Globe or something for like best short.
Yeah. I think so.
But it was definitely like a good short, and I think it was just a cute little like Maggie short, and I think they did good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did do. Yeah. It was short and sweet, really. I couldn't really think of anything else they could have done. Really,
the fight between Gerald and Maggie. I think this is like when Gerald like became like the bad guy for Maggie or whatever.
Well, he always had like the Maggie, Maggie's enemies, the one-eyed baby. But it was never like built on. Yeah. It was always just like a stare and like a fist, but they were never like built on that relationship. And I do think that was kind of cool to actually explore a little bit of their rivalry, because we don't really often see Maggie at daycare. If she's at daycare, she gets dropped off and that's it. It's kind of interesting to actually have Maggie be the protagonist of a story, because I don't know, has the show ever really done that before? Like, where she's...
I think they did like in 20 in like season 32.
Yeah, I meant before this though.
That short.
I meant
not before this.
Yeah. And so I think she's an interesting protagonist, and what I love about this film is there's no dialogue. It's pure. It's like a silent film. Well, I mean, it's not a silent film, but you know what I mean. It could be a silent film. The story is 100% told through the visuals, and that's what I love about it. And they really utilize like animation. I think the animation in this
is all really great.
So good in this one, yeah. And like the different character designs, Gerald, sort of his looks and his stares and the way he kind of glares and kills those butterflies. It's really menacing. Maggie is, we can tell what she's thinking just from her face. And also, I kind of love how like there's parts like where the security guard grabs Maggie. He's seen as this big, gigantic sort of giant, and he's dragging Maggie across, and he's kind of like completely out of frame. And it's small details like that I really love, because it's like, to a baby, a big burly security guard is going to be like a big monster kind of grabbing you. So I kind of like little camera techniques they do.
The perspective really well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's like it. And I forgot his name, but like Gerald, they just like do really well with making him like an antagonist and like the bad one, and I think it works really well, especially like for like a 5-minute short about like Maggie Simpson. I think it actually is like it works really well with what they do.
Yeah, hands down, I think it's the best short of all the shorts I've seen. All the Disney Plus ones are bad, but out of this and Playdate Destiny, I I think this one's way
I
better.
thought the Billie Eilish one was okay.
Oh, really? Okay. I like Play-Doh Destiny as well, but
Oh yeah, I like
But
that.
it was
But
definitely
I-
good. The
I think this
the
one's better
Disney
though.
Plus Day ones were bad.
Yeah, the Disney Plus
Yeah.
one, the
Yeah.
Disney, like all the Star Wars and all that. Those ones aren't great because they did like a Star Wars one with Maggie and Gerald, where like he's like Darth Maul, and it's just
They try to like play with the references too much. And it's like, look,
yeah, and it's like
Disney thing.
it could have been cool if it was like actually within the story, but it's like you're showing like Darth Maul is literally now in The Simpsons. It's just weird.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it works better. Okay, weird like way to pull it up, but I think Phineas and Ferb did like a Star Wars episode or something where they were in like the universe, and I think it works much better if you like put the characters in that universe, but like don't have to like constantly reference.
yeah,
Look, we're in Star Wars.
yeah. That or just another way is just kind of doing it but parody it well, like The Shining, for example. Obviously,
Yeah.
we looked at last week. Like
Yeah.
that's a really really good example of a parody. I feel it embraces the original source material. There's a lot of references for it, but it condenses it, and also instead of just all the characters being all the Shining characters, they actually have Homer be Homer. He's not
Yeah.
not Jack. He's Homer.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's like where a parody I think works well, where you take the source material and you use your characters for it instead of making your character the character in the things that you're parodying.
Yeah. And I don't know. This one's all original as well, apart from maybe the the Ayn Rand School for Tots, which is always a funny, and I love the little references like the because obviously they have the geniuses and the low achievers or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's always funny, and yeah. Overall, great story. Nice little ending. Cool little fake out as well. Like the butterfly's dead. You think, oh, it's all tragic, but no, Maggie got the butterfly to safety, and yeah, I don't know. It's I really love it. It's great little story.
Yeah.
What would
I think
Sorry, go
no, I was just gonna say like I agree with like what you're
Yeah. Okay. What would everyone give it out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I'd give it a 9. I'd have to say. Yeah,
9?
I think.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with a 9, just because it's short, but sure it's short. Sure, there isn't much to it really, but with the time it has, you're never really bored, and it kind of, like I said, the animation is way better in this than like the average show for me. So I think a 9 for me for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, shall we move on to what they could add? This will be interesting to see what we've got from this.
Yeah.
All right. Tell you what, I'll start off with a character, and that character will be Ayn Rand herself. Now we have the Ayn Rand dolls, so she doesn't technically appear herself, but they could add her in the form of one of those dolls. Maybe that is too mean to Ayn Rand, but yeah, I don't know. She's referenced in that thing, so I don't know. They could add her, and they could actually do some sort of storyline where she's like teaching the kids objectivism or something. I don't know, and like trying to like she's telling them that being selfish is good and is virtuous, something like that. And actually have like Ayn Rand be kind of like almost a TapTap exclusive character, but it's like semi-exclusive. I think that could be kind of cool. I think she's been dead long enough.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty funny, actually, like adding her with like some sort of thing.
Yeah. All right. BoRt or Arthur?
I had the Honest Bunny with the sign that he says like Honest Bunny says, but Honest Bunny as a character.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like it's like a mascot. I think that could work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
It's named as well. Even if it was just like a little NPC, could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Arthur?
Yeah. I got there were two sort of similar things. There was the lice detector,
Oh yeah,
which I thought that'd be quite
Yeah.
funny.
yeah. And a little,
And I can't remember the other one.
it's like a
What was the
little
other one?
intelligent tester thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those two could be kind of like a cool little combo for both of them. Could be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Um.
My second one will be, this is a character who shows up in, or I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure, the fat baby, I'll just call him, or you can call him the glue baby. The baby who eats the glue.
Oh yeah.
Cause-
I call him the paste eating kid.
Yeah, paste eating kid. That
Yeah.
works. Because he's the kid who slides down the slide in Playdate with Destiny and almost hits Maggie. It's the same kid, but he's obviously like clothed in that one. And I don't know. It's kind of cool that he appears in both. I really hope. I don't know if he appears in any of the others, but I kind of like the fact that
He might be in the Star Wars one.
Oh yeah, maybe, possibly.
Probably like in the background or something.
Most likely. I don't know. I think there's something there with him, and he shows up again on the little train in this one. Like he's on the train, still eating the paste.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think there's something there. You could do something with him.
Yeah, I think so.
BoRt, do you have another?
I had one more, which was the gifted area.
Yeah.
I think that could have been just like
Yeah.
a interior type building.
An interior, or they could maybe like transport it to like they could just call it Iron Rand's gifted area or whatever, or something like that, or Iron Rand's School for
Oh,
Tots
yeah.
gift. Yeah, and they could kind of make it
other
like
thing,
a little tapped out exclusive building. Yeah, go on.
They could either do that, or they could make the characters in it an NPC,
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
like smart babies or whatever.
yeah. Arthur, do you have another?
I think, was there a special area?
Yeah, that was what we were talking about just then. Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
the
Okay.
gifted area.
Yeah, sure. Right. Oh yeah. I don't know. I thought there was two different ones, but
There was
maybe I just made the other one up.
No, there was a gifted and like less gifted area. I forget exactly what the terms they use, but
Oh right.
the place
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Maggie goes and the place where all the clever kids go, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, both could be. I
Yeah.
think the gifted area is just a bit more interesting.
Yeah. I'd have to agree. Yeah.
BoRt anymore? Arthur anymore?
I
No,
didn't
that's-
have any more.
I'm all out.
That was my last one.
I have a couple more. First off, the little monkey with the drum that plays during
Oh, yeah.
Maggie's big
Yeah.
final moment. Cool little decoration. And also, quite simply, the butterfly is an NPC. Maybe it's too
Oh,
small.
yeah.
Maybe it's too small. Who knows?
They
But
have Pokey,
Yeah.
right?
they could always,
Pokey as like an NPC.
yeah,
It's like the smallest thing in the
yeah.
game.
Pokey is the smallest, but they could always scale it up just a little bit, just to make it a bit more visible. Like make it the size of like half the size of like Snowball 2, for example, so it's a bit more
Oh,
visible.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you could do something like what they did with the Screamer Pillar, where they added the mutant Screamer. Instead of adding the Screamer Pillar, they added the mutant Screamer Pillar, so he's like big, and so you could just add
Yeah.
like. You could maybe even like tie something into the story, like Maggie does like an Ant-Man and makes herself smaller, and so like the butterfly's bigger, and when she turns big again, the butterfly's big again. You know, you could do something like that, and there's a story reason as to why the butterfly is bigger in the game, but it's now more visible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that probably works like best.
Yeah. Okay, so if there's no more, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have our blast from the past, and it was BoRt who picked this one, so I'll let him go and talk about it for briefly.
Yeah. So the Blast from the Past I chose is the All This Jazz event from 2020. This is like the first like mini event that I played in Tapped Out, and I think it's probably like one of my favorites. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like this update. I think it was pretty solid. I think both the characters are pretty cool. I don't think they're anything amazing, but I think they are very solid characters. And the costume for BoRt, I think it's just okay. But it's not bad or or anything.
I think the best part of this event is the Memorial Bridge.
The Memorial Bridge
Yeah.
is awesome. I love the Memorial Bridge. It was the one time where I was like, yeah, that made sense to add a decoration instead of a character. Is the final prize. Some people don't like the Memorial Bridge. I can somewhat understand why, but I think that's kind of the joy of it. It's a bit difficult to sort of craft around, but there's plenty of wriggle room to sort of make it work.
Yeah.
I just put it as like a guide in like to a river or something.
Yeah.
It just like I think it's a really cool decoration. It works with in the event works really well with Bleeding Gums and a lot of the jazz musicians.
Yeah.
And like it goes around multiple episodes really well. And I just think it's like a really fun event, especially for Minnie.
Yeah. My biggest reason why I love this event a lot, though, actually has to come down with the fact that when Bleeding Gums Murphy was added in the pLaYz event, he was just kind of slapped in the store, and he didn't really have much involvement in the quest line, and it just kind of felt like he was misplaced in that update. Yes, obviously adding Bleeding Gums Murphy to a music update makes sense, but the three themes were rock, pop, and hip hop, and Bleeding Gums doesn't really fit into either three of those genres. So I really feel like he was misplaced in that update, as much as I wanted Bleeding Gums Murphy in the game. And so I kind of feel like all this jazz is kind of rectifying that. I feel like it is kind of making up for it, because this feels like not just a Bleeding Gums Murphy update, but it feels like he is a big part of this, and it kind of makes up for the fact that he was so looked over in the pLaYz update for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And I think they use Marbles the Marquaz. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think they use him really well in the quest line as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool.
Plus, you get a character and a costume
In the prize
in
track,
the
yeah.
quest line.
But also a really, 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 really cool decoration, and the rest is buildings, 2 buildings, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously at the store you had K-Jazz with Skinny Palmer, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, which was kind of interesting that they don't normally do, you have the Blues Vomitorium with a crowd, and I kind of appreciate that, because maybe it's a little overpriced, 150 for a crowd in a building, but at the very least they were starting to sort of add stuff in combos where, you know, if they were to add the crowd to the prize track, I'd be a bit disappointed. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of a bit of a crappy prize. But adding it with a building in the store, I kind of like. You know, I dig that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Could be 100 donuts instead, but not a big deal.
I thought these were a character for like such a long time.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why. But I think everything in this event just like works really well together. Is there any like downsides? Would you say?
I think downside wise, I don't know. No, I mean the theme's solid enough. Maybe the buildings aren't anything too crazy amazing, but then that just has to do with like the episode. Like, I don't know how they could have like made the Spotted Cat and the Groovestone records much more interesting than they already are. I think it's just sort of source material. K-Jazz, I do sort of think that Skinny Palm, I mean, he makes sense, I guess, actually. I was gonna say, and it shows up in the Bleeding Gums Murphy the death episode. So yeah, actually no, I think everything makes sense. I've got no complaints really.
Yeah, no fight. I don't think like there's any argument on this one.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
All right. Should we just? I guess. Do you want to give it a score then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with an 8 out of 10.
8. Okay.
Yeah, an 8 from me as well.
Yeah, I think 8 is a fair score for it. All right.
Okay.
Shall
we move on to Q&A?
Yeah, let's move on to your questions and answers.
Okay, so we have. What did we end on last time?
We Oh, I thought you kept track of that.
Oh wait, no, I just got them.
I think you did. Did you not?
Okay.
I think we haven't.
found
I don't think we've looked at any of these ones that I'm looking at the moment.
Yeah, I found where I said all of the ones we missed. Okay, so let's start. When do you think TSTO peaked?
When did it peak? 20 before 2016 maybe.
I'm trying to
I
think.
would say
Just like looking.
2015, but
20.
Yeah, I'd say 2015 in between like.
I think 2014, 2015. Those were the biggest years for Tapped Out, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that's like the best time that it had.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, next one. When are we getting another cutscene?
That's obviously I can't read the future, but it is a bit of a shame that we haven't had more cutscenes as of late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think in the trailers as well. I think just a cutscene and the trailer. I kind of missed those.
Yeah. I mean, the true answer to this is probably never, because Tapped Out is kind of I feel like Tapped Out has lost a lot of its creativity. It's kind of just slugging along at the moment. Like the good old days where you would have like Superheroes update where there was so much care and love was piled into that update. Those days aren't going to come back, I don't think. I think we're going to probably be sticking with multi-year mini events because they're just easy to make. There's less effort in making them.
Yeah.
And so cutscenes we probably won't get. I think it's possible though if they were ever to end the game or like end updates anyway. I think they might do like some sort of cutscene. I would hope they would.
Yeah.
yeah. I hope we do see them. Yeah.
Okay. Would there be another Simpsons sport event?
There's a lot of potential for one, and it's insane to me that they haven't done it yet. So I would say probably yes. We've got to have
Yeah,
one eventually.
I think we're gonna get one pretty soon.
Ooh, bold prediction.
Guess is I think we could maybe get. I know that they're like stopping a lot of the like Valentine's Day updates, especially like with what they did last year. So maybe we could get something about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just a guess. Okay, next one. Best Trios of Horror event and episode.
Event and episode?
Yeah.
Wow.
Event? Probably... What was it? Oh, damn.
I can't remember the number.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to remember the number. The Hell event was pretty damn solid. I think my favourite one is... I really like the Lisa film director one as well. Despite the theme being very loose, I really enjoyed that one. I'd say that one. And
From what I've
the Hell
played...
update, maybe. I don't know if I'd say what my definitive one. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and really look.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, the Hell update is coming to mind. Anyway.
Yeah, I would say Hell update as well, and then episode would have to be the one that we talked about, I think, last time, which would be the Shinning one.
Yeah.
I think that was the fifth one.
Wait, sorry, which one?
The fifth one.
The Shinning one with the...
Oh, right, okay. Oh, for episode. Oh, yeah, definitely that one, yeah.
Yeah, so the
5.
episode, that one for me.
Trios
And,
5, yeah. Or V.
5,
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, I think probably the Hell event. Yeah.
It probably isn't the Hell event, but I can't think off the top of my head, so I'm just going with that for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all blend into one.
They do.
Best decoration that's designed well.
A decoration that is designed well. I mean, there's many. I think, like, sometimes I don't feel people appreciate how awesome the fences are. Like, just the normal wooden fence. They're so useful.
Yeah, they work in
so
like
much.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and so it sounds silly, but I think if I was to say, if someone were to ask me, what is your favorite decoration? I'd probably say like chain fence or something like that, because I think there's so much you can do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have like a definitive answer for that question. So,
No, I'm not sure. Like maybe I don't know. Like like the what is it? Like the choke cam with the different like on screen
There's another one
animations.
as
I think.
well. There's
Yeah.
like a kiss cam, is it?
oh yeah,
Yeah, that one's really cool too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think those. Yeah, I do like those
I
a
really
lot.
like all the water ones as well, like Springfield Falls and all that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the nature ones.
Yeah. Those are always awesome.
Okay. Worst segment of any best 2004 episode. So I guess like, what's the worst segment in like the best 2004?
Hmm.
I guess like we just said, like what we all think is the best one. So,
Oh right, yeah. Our best,
Yeah.
worst one and our best one, yeah. Probably the cafeteria one, I think. Cafeteria segment.
I
Yeah.
go with the toaster one. I really like the cafeteria one actually.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that is tough actually. I don't know. I might
It
switch my
is.
answer. Yeah, I think I'll agree with you, but yeah, I think probably the time traveling toaster one. Concept
Yeah.
wise, it's cool, but the cafeteria one is actual horror. So I feel like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little step above.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to
Um,
agree.
and I think those are the ones that we missed.
Yes.
Last
Yeah. Those are
time.
the missed
Yeah.
ones.
Right?
So for last episode, how much donuts do you think the donut max should have dropped? I'll stick with 6.
I think at least 6, but I like Arthur's idea of 10. I think that's also pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. 10 would be awesome. At least 6. Yeah.
Okay. What should be the fair price for the donut mech character? If it wasn't part of the Black Friday 2022.
No, so if I mean, should we do?
Yeah, if it was just a single super premium.
Oh,
and not,
right.
like,
Yeah.
part of the Black Friday.
I think $20, like I said, $16.99 to $20. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 20 is like the definitive price.
Yeah, and if it were donuts, probably like, I don't know, 400 donuts maybe, or 300
I would
donuts.
say
Something like that.
like 700 in like the realm of like how much God costed.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
God only gives you cash. He doesn't give you donuts.
That's true, but like just like in a realm of like
I mean, Yahweh was
it's kind of
200
the same
donuts.
kind of thing.
What Yahweh was like 200 donuts, wasn't he? And
Yeah,
Wow.
but it
Yeah.
takes like 48 hours.
I realize that.
It's
So
real dispatch.
So my point being is, like, if that takes 48 hours and this one only takes 24 hours, then I'd, double it, so 400 donuts.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Also, there's a lot
Okay,
more. There's a lot more like stuff that takes place with the Yahweh one because you have to keep going back and starting tasks and stuff. So it doesn't really take
Yeah.
48 hours. It takes more.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the worst Black Friday deal you experienced in game? And was there any item you wished wasn't attached with the Black Friday deal?
This year, I think is the worst Black Friday for me.
I think if I'm gonna say, yeah, this year because I haven't really gone through that many of them.
I mean, like
Mhm.
the year before, there was. I think the thing of the year before, the only thing that kind of annoyed me was Ian was super premium, and I was like, but he wasn't like overpriced, like too overpriced. And
No,
also,
yeah.
I didn't like the jackpot realty being added because it was part of the Thanksgiving update, and it was in the New Frontier expansion, and it kind of felt a bit cheap adding such an important building to the Black Friday. And then the year before that was like Catfish Lake and all that, and I just didn't
Yeah.
care.
That was just kind of boring.
I just didn't care about any of the items in that, so it didn't really bother me too much. The year before that, I don't remember,
Yeah.
but I think this year is probably one of the ones that's annoying me the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Catfish Lake one, for me, as like the lake didn't generate anything of value in terms of investing in the game.
Yeah,
It just felt pointless. So I'd have to say, sort of for the worst deal, is probably that year.
Yeah, but
my
I mean,
opinion.
I think it's an illusion though that the donut mech is really that much of an investment. It isn't. It only gives you like 3 donuts,
No.
and even like the
Yeah.
Costco and Donut Factory, everyone goes crazy about them. But it's much more beneficial just to grind than to get those buildings.
It is. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is right.
Okay. What would you change in the Thanksgiving 2022? So, like, what would you change in this event?
Everything. I would
The
pick.
theme, yeah.
I'd pick a completely different episode.
If I had to stick with a theme, I would choose, just go with a different thing. Keep it football.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or if you had to just pick characters, buildings, decorations, what would you pick there? Just to try to make the question a bit more interesting.
I'm trying to think of like a football character that we don't have.
Well, you don't have to say. So would it just be characters? Would that be the thing you would?
I would say characters.
Yeah.
Probably.
Characters.
Yeah. Same. I'm just curious to see.
If I was going to, I think Grayson Matters. He just fits with it, so like, fine, we'll get him. But different character for the free price track.
There's like a bunch of like Springfield isotopes that they could add.
Yeah. Loads. Yeah.
But like, I feel like I would have been probably annoyed if they didn't add Grayson Mathers, but they added all this stuff.
And
So
there,
like, keep him in.
there again, though, Caitlyn is his fiance. I feel like she's just super premium, to be honest.
Yeah, but
kinda...
she's in the episode for like less than.
I know, I realize that, but I think it's cool. I like it when they add family and stuff. I don't know.
True, yeah.
I think she like a super premium would have been fine. You know, just something there. Or alternatively, here's an interesting thought: add it to one of the mystery boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they do that thing with
Brunella.
Flanders.
They did that with Mrs. Palmerhorst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Okay. What's your Christmas 2022 prediction for Tapped Out?
It's always impossible to predict, but I think.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, and hear me out here. It's gonna have homework.
Yeah. Probably. Now, there's just no way. There's just no way to predict. If I had to put something down on it, I'm gonna go with probably something related to just the 30th season, even the one with the Kiss 'Em All motel. I don't know. I feel like that's possible because it's been a while now, and that's like a big Christmas episode that they haven't really taken too much from. And I know that it's kind of un-Christmassy because it's like they're in Florida, you know, in like was it Florida, whatever it is, in like this resort.
Yeah.
And so the actual stuff isn't that Christmassy, but I think they might revolve something around that kind of theme. And I know that was my little update that I did. Truth be told, I would love them to do a roasting on a Christmas Simpsons Christmas roasting on an open fire tie-in.
Yeah.
Like that would be so awesome.
Yeah, it would be
and add
awesome.
like Mervyn Monroe, you know, the tattoo dude. Add like the laser tattoo dude and maybe some of the kids from the school and all that. But they probably won't do that.
Yeah,
let's
like
be
the
honest.
costumes.
No.
Yeah, the
they
costumes
neglected
like
it
Tom
for
on
so
the leash
long.
and all that. Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Next question. Yeah.
Okay. I think we answered this, but like in a different episode. But when do you think Tapped Out is ending?
Impossible to say.
I'd give it a good 3 years.
I think longer. You know, I generally think because it's not. I don't think it can't be that expensive to run.
Mean, it's lasted 10 years, so I think as long as people are still paying for it, like buying in-app purchases, they're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Black Friday updates keep on, you know, getting many of people. Yeah, it's got to be, I'd say 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. What characters, costumes, and NPCs do you predict for 2022? Or 2023, I mean.
Characters, costumes, and NPCs. It's just impossible to say. It really is. I could say.
I would say Richard.
I would say Richard.
That's what we said last year.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, I've been saying that 4 years in a row. So I'll tell you, Richard. One of these years, I will be right. Well, actually, I think a better prediction is, well, what episodes were... It surprises me they didn't do an iColumbus event this year. Because
Yeah,
that was
I'm
like
surprised that they haven't done that.
And I think sometimes they wait a couple seasons before doing these tie-ins. Like, Springfield Enlightened was... When was that? What season was that again?
That was season 30.
Yeah, and they did it during the run of season 32, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was season 30.
So sometimes they wait a bit. I think it's... So I still think an iColumbus event is still very possible. And
then again, this came out like last season.
Yeah, exactly.
For an event.
Yeah. Yeah, no, sometimes they're on it. Like, Thanksgiving Horror was like... I think it was that was the following year, wasn't it? No, but sometimes they are on it, and sometimes they wait a bit. So it might be because we don't know how much they pre-plan. It's very possible that they've planned like the next 2 years of updates out, and so that's the reason why. And maybe like they plan some updates, so they're like, okay, we're not too sure what we're gonna have for a Thanksgiving update. Here's one possibility, and then this episode came out, and they were like, actually, let's do that episode instead.
Yeah.
So something like that could have kind of been the case.
Yeah, I think that's actually like a good idea for what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of what characters, the characters from iColumbus, that's my prediction. There you go. And Richard, always Richard.
Yeah. Okay, what is the best tapped out major event act?
Major event act.
I don't know. Generally, Act 1.
Like Act
Maybe.
1, yeah, or like one of the acts, I suppose.
I think Act 2 is normally the best.
Normally, yeah, Act 2 or Act 3. Act 4 always tends to be the worst, and Act 1 tends to be... Sometimes Act 1 can be good, though. Sometimes Act 1 can be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like they're introducing everything, so like you're not going to get a lot of the good stuff.
Yeah, normally 2 and 3 are the best. Probably 2.
Okay, what characters should have voices in the game?
The big ones, so like Milhouse for sure, probably.
I think
should. But it comes down to the voice actors. Like you notice, like all the characters voiced by Dan Castellaneta are all voiced in the game.
Because it's not like they take the actors and like put them in a voice booth for every character. They just have specific access to a character's voice line in the show.
Well, they rip it from the show, but I don't understand why. Like, because I don't know because that's what I noticed. Like all the characters that aren't voiced by the the ensemble cast or are voiced by because like Milhouse is voiced by
I think
it's not a guest star. But I think...
No, but, like, she's not part of the main cast.
Yeah, she's not part of the main cast, is my point. And so...
I'm trying to know her name.
Yeah, I mean, he's, like, the biggest character, I feel.
It's Pamela Hayden.
Yeah.
I think Pamela Hayden voices a lot of the characters, and I think that's, like, the biggest voice actor work.
Martin doesn't have a voice either, does he? Because it's, again, the same deal.
Yeah, but his voice actor died.
Well, yeah, but not when he was first added.
That's true.
Yeah. That's what. So
and I think the voice actor probably
she died like 2 years ago, didn't she? 2-3 years ago. So.
Yeah. Okay. And we have one more. Favorite movie and TV show of all time.
TV show and movie. So I like to always separate favorite from the best. So do not take this as the best film. What I think is the best film. This is what I think is the favorite. My favorite TV show, obviously, is The Walking Dead. As much as I hate it, and my favorite movie is probably Wolf of Wall Street. To be honest.
I'd say favorite TV show tied between like Community and Simpsons, obviously. Favorite movie. I don't know why. I really like Scream, as a horror movie.
I thought you were gonna say the Simpsons movie then for a second. I was.
I like the Simpsons movie, but I don't think it's like my favorite.
Yeah. Scream's like first. Are we talking first Scream?
Yeah, like the original.
Yeah,
that's the best one.
Yeah.
All right, and Arthur.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know. My favorite movie is probably got to be Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, really?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I love that.
Oh, okay, fair dues. Frank Darabont saying
Yeah.
I made The Walking Dead originally until he got fired.
Yeah. No, and then the TV show. I don't know. Actually, one that I've watched recently, probably at the moment 2024. Yeah.
24. Oh, okay.
24.
I've watched
Yeah.
all of 24 once.
Have you?
I can't do it again, but I tried
I don't
rewatching
think
it.
I don't think I've seen a single episode of 24.
Do you know, I quite like 24. It's a bit. It is very conservative in parts. Like it's very like pro torture and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like a campy sort of not campy, but it's kind of like a dumb fun action kind of thing. And there's some like really cool twists in it here and there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
But
It's good fun. Yeah.
the spin-off's no good. They did like a 24 Legacy where they have a different actor. It's not Jack Bauer, it's someone else. That was pretty crap. But I think 24 is good up until like maybe season 5, and then everything at post season 5 is kind of actually no. It's good up until the end of season 2, and then everything post season 2 starts to go downhill.
Yeah. Like,
Anyway.
yeah. I think that's the end of our questions.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Shall we do our outros?
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
It's been great.
Great episode.
All right. Well,
We'll see you on Christmas.
yeah. See you for Christmas, and
Yeah. See you for Christmas.
I hope all the Americans had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't understand that holiday, but I'll say that.
I don't.
It's a big dinner. It's a big dinner. You eat food, and then
Why not wait till Christmas? That's what I say. Anyway, goodbye.
Anyway. Bye.
okay, bye.